Arcane. Arcane. What a show. Just so good. So good. And I was coming up from the high of season 1. Very excited for season 2. Had to wait a whole 3 years? I think it was 3 years. Yeah, it was 3 years. I had to wait 3 years. Not happy at all. So I was like, I need more. I need more information, and I needed it yesterday. So what do? I go and have a look at the game that it was based on. Surely it'll be similar. There'll be no differences. How on earth could it be different? I also mention it offhandedly to a friend. Just briefly, oh, I'm thinking about picking up League of Legends. Do not! Okay then. So I did. Obviously, now I'm intrigued. So I pick it up. I don't even make it through the lobby. I immediately put it back down. So how did it go from being that to Arcane? Is beyond me. I truly do not know. I wanted to have a look at how the train wreck that is League of Legends turned into the masterpiece. The best thing Netflix has easily ever produced. No offense, Shadow and Bone, I love you, but 2 parts. This part is going to be about how terrible League of Legends is. Terrible may be a bit harsh. There are good things. They're just very thin on the ground. Then part 2 will be what they used from League of Legends and how it kind of went from League of Legends to Arcane. And we will be looking at the final part about the successes of Arcane. I'm very excited to speak about how great Arcane is for 20 minutes straight. You should be excited too. So let's get into it. What about League of Legends sucks? Now then, just before we start, I have a script. I am not sticking to this script, but I absolutely should be. So if you see me looking up and down, that is why. Because I refuse to learn this script. Even though I wrote it, I am not doing it. I have too much on my mind as it is. It's your fault, Jose. I'm sorry. League of Legends is well known for being rage-inducing, especially for the fresh-faced newbie. They go in, open up the game, fresh-faced, full of beans, excited to play this brand new game they just got. Oh my god, that's 150 characters that all have their own skills, attributes, specials, and ways to play. Oh my god. It's the exact reaction I had. It's a lot. It is an incredibly steep learning curve. Like I said, 150 characters, and they all work differently together, and they all are changing constantly. And the lore behind them all is immense. I mean, there's music videos. Nobody knows, except for Fortish. The French. The French know. Why? So if you want to find out this lore, and you bet your ass I did, you have to go and do the legwork yourself. You have to go watch the music videos. You have to read the comics. You have to listen to the short stories. You have to not play the game. No, you have to do research. And unless you're a freak like me and enjoy doing research, most people don't. So instead, you get newbies that suck. Yeah, they really suck. And the way League of Legends works is they put you in a team of 5, and then, you know, early game stuff, resource gathering, world exploring, all of that jazz. And then the latter end game is PvP fighting with other teams. And it works kind of on a tier system, if you know what I mean. Like, League of Legends, the league part of that is literal. There is leagues. And if you're at the top, congratulations. You've put blood, sweat and tears into that, and that does not come easily. Congratulations. You also need to go touch grass. So the problem is with this PvP, if you make mistakes, it is not a forgiving game. Like at all. This is one of the least forgiving games I think I've ever seen in my life. If you make a mistake, you've screwed not only yourself, but 5 other people who have a voice chat. This leads us into kind of like one of the big daddy problems. This is big daddy problem 1. The players. I've seen you. I've watched from afar. You scare me a little bit, I can't lie. The main problem, one of the main problems with League of Legends is the toxic fandom. And I get it. Frustration, anger, especially in this sort of gameplay, is pretty easy to come by, and I'm not saying in any way you should be calm about it. No, you're justified. What isn't justified is yelling at each other in such a way that makes you want to die. So, like I said, the game heaps all of the blame onto kind of one player and then puts them in a voice call with these people that have just lost hours of progress in a matter of minutes. And this does not go well most of the time. Shocking, I know. And like I said, the game, very easy to lose. You make mistakes all of the time. And I was, looking into it, like, why is it like this? Obviously the game itself, yes, but then I had a little look at the demographics. 87 are all males from the ages of 21 to 24. What? That is insanity. Now, obviously, I could say, oh, boys will be boys, maybe they're just hormonal. They're 21 to 24, they're not hormonal anymore, Jessica. They're grown. They should know better. Now, I could think this is a male disillusionment problem as of late. Political turmoil and uncertainty do tend to create some extremist values and views, leading to widespread extremist movements, such as, reform. However, you'll notice significantly less women tend to do this. I can name many different examples of male-led extremist movements. Really going to struggle with the women. I'm not saying that we're innocent. We have our problems, but we tend to bulldoze things less. So instead of using the old, oh, boys will be boys, oh, they just a bit lonely, oh, they just need an outlet. No. Instead, I'm going to link it to elitism, or the elitist nature of long-term players. Like I said, newbies bulldoze the entire game. They just take you down with them. And that is a real problem, especially when you put time and effort and sometimes quite a lot of money into these sorts of things. So, it's within the best interest of the long-term players to then cut them out. And I think I choose to believe that this isn't intentional. They're not doing this because they're awful people. They are just doing it because it's more subconscious. It's an easy way for them to, ensure that they win. The next big daddy problem, the second big daddy, if you will. This actually came up when I was just trying to get a demographic of all the champions. Because there doesn't seem to be a list. As of time of writing this script was like the end of September. I understand if there's some discrepancies now. However, I was like, there is no list for the champions. Where is my list? I need a list. So I made one. Obviously, that's the normal thing you do. You go through the 150 champions and make your own list. Oh my god, why are they all naked? The misogyny here. The misogyny. Surprisingly, it was quite an equal divide between the males, well, the male presenting, the female presenting, and the miscellaneous. We'll get into them later, don't worry. Quite equal, even if women are taking over just by a little bit. However, what's more concerning is only 20% of the women were appropriately clothed for the type of activities that they're doing. Ladies, put some armor on, please. you could definitely class this as a Guna game. However, what's more interesting is about 5 of the men were appropriately clothed. 95% were in a state of undress. My god. Oh. No, I'm kidding. If this says about the extremely male, extremely toxic male fandom is that they like their men muscly, oiled up and undressed, then that's what that says. That's okay. You can like that. It's 2025. You can do what you want. However, the only other thing, as I said, we'd be getting onto the miscellaneous. The miscellaneous? What's happening? Why is there a pile of rocks? Why is there a literal slime? Now, I did try and have a look at these characters just to see whether I could, like, put them on anything. And I saw that a lot of the female pronoun using one, so the she, hers of the group, also very undressed. But I wouldn't class that into the misogyny. Because, like I said, they're a pile of rocks. However, same problem with the men. In fact, probably a bigger problem with the men. Why are they also undressed? I mean, at least if we're going to sexualise and objectify our characters, then I guess we might as well do it equally. The only other thing that I noticed that may be of concern is the elfish, pixie, dwarf types. You know, the ones that are childlike in appearance, were also very undressed. Not naked, but yeah, undressed. I'm not saying they're pedophiles. I'm not. You might want to go look into that yourself, though. It's a bit weird. The only other interesting thing that I could find that I thought might be interesting in terms of gender split, cultural divide and all of that is, I think about 2 or 3 of the champions had female partners, and of course I could say, they're promoting traditional values, oh no, how terrible, think of the men. But this isn't a gender studies essay, so I'm not going to. I just can't be bothered. So yeah, those are my problems, those are my issues with League of Legends, and those are universally acknowledged facts. It's a well-known fact that League of Legends is just underclothed and full of very angry young men. Great demographic for Reform. Anyway, so yes, many problems. Despite this game being incredibly popular, it has clearly done some things right. Obviously, the lore is incredible. The gameplay, when you can do it, is entertaining. It's very fun to play. When you have your mute, when you mute everybody else, it's a very enjoyable game, especially for a girl. And then when they pair them with the incredible artistries at Fortish, I can't say that word. The French. Can I just call them the French for the rest of the videos? Yeah, I'm gonna call them the French from now on. This is what the studio is called. I'm now going to call them the French from now on because I can't pronounce French. It's the French from now on, kids. So yeah, when they pair these incredible characters, I mean, like the backstory, the lore, the wiki, it all just makes it so brilliant, and it's really good. But it is an absolute dumpster fire to begin with. So we're gonna have a look at which absolute maniac decided to play League of Legends and then say, let's make a flipping show out of it. Who did that? Why did they do that? How did they convince Netflix to let them do that? That's beyond me. So I will next part we'll be looking into this. We'll be looking into the creators at Riot Games and at the French place, and we'll be seeing what happens, what they did, how they did. And then we will be on to Arcane, the main show, the main reason why I'm here, you're here, why anybody else is here. I don't know why anybody else would be here, it's just me and Jose at this point. Hi Jose. If anybody else is here, this is for my uni assignment. Hi Jose, I hope you're having a nice evening, marking everything. So yeah, enjoy the next two videos. I'm going to enjoy them certainly. Now that I've gotten the big moan out of the way, I can now start looking into the really interesting things, and I'm very excited for it, and I think you guys should be too. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, do all of the things that you do on a YouTube video. You know, have fun. And thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye!